Now let's talk about a few tips so that your H-1B transfer will take place in a smooth manner. First of all, common sense says start early. If you're considering a job change, don't wait until the last minute because there are a lot of things that can happen to USCIS. Processing times are not within our control. The LCA takes about 5 to 7 business days. There might be documents that you will require which you realize that you don't have. So always start the process sooner rather than later. Talking about documentation, you have to make sure you have all the documentation from your previous employer or from your present employer in order to file the transfer to the new employer. You need your H-1B approval. Of course, you'll have your I-94 with you. You'll have your passport and any previous LCA approvals, or if you have a copy of the petition, great, because that way you can make sure that your W-2 or your pay stubs are showing the correct amount as per the LCA, and so you can preempt an RFE on that issue. Now, we talked a little bit about portability, which is what we said is that you will be able to start working for your new employer as soon as you get the receipt, or actually as soon as the petition has been delivered to USCIS. But you have to understand there are certain limitations to the portability. Number one, and most important in my mind, is the fact that suppose you move before your H1 is approved. If it gets approved, there's no issue. But if it gets denied, then you might have closed the doors to going back to your previous employer. They might have withdrawn your H1, and you might find yourself out of status. Next, be aware of any potential RFEs that you might get. If you do get an RFE, read it very, very carefully. Respond to the prompts thoroughly, and with the help of your employer and their legal counsel, hopefully your RFE should be responded to properly and you should get an approval. And of course, last but not the least, seek expert legal advice. That's why we're here. Immigration laws can be complex, they can keep changing. It's recommended that both you and your prospective employer consult with an experienced immigration attorney so that they can guide you through the entire process and address any concerns that you might have. This is especially important if you have a complex situation.